It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. Did I just kick myself off the air? I can't tell. I don't think I did. Let's go back here. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to today's Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. That was a little scary. On this, the 23rd day of July, and a little off base this morning. Number one, you can tell I'm still have some voice issues. I'm also having some slight computer issues that happened all in the last couple seconds before I went on. But I think I am on the air, and although I can't actually tell, which is a little bit unusual. So, but we're going to make a go of it at any rate. Let's see what I've got to do here to get this back. Oh, I see where I am now. All right. So, anyway, welcome to the to Wednesday's Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. I'll quit giggling here in a second and get on with the business at hand. Anyway, this is the 23rd of July, coming to you from my studio in Forest, Virginia. It's right near Lynchburg. Of course, today's show is brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and by chilliescruises. Now, I have to admit, folks, I am a little giddy this morning, right after the show yesterday. Within about a half hour, I was over on my chair processing the podcast, and a half a tooth. Notice I said a half, not a whole tooth. A half a tooth fell out. Right back in the back. And it's a little jagged, and it's a little painful as well. So I, of course, immediately called the dentist. They can't see me till next Tuesday. And I said, what am I supposed to do about that? I mean, it hurts, and it's jagged. So, the side of my gum kind of is already raw from just being alongside it. Well, sorry, we can't get you in until next Tuesday. So I'm having to doctor on my own. And quite frankly, I did some doctoring this morning, and I'm a little loopy. So, but that's okay. We're going to still get by. So anyway, I want to start the show today. You guys know I script the show every morning before. That's the first thing I do before I start in on today's show. I have everything scripted out, and I just cut my script completely out, eliminated it totally. So that's why I was stumbling around trying to talk and not sound like a complete idiot while I'm getting the script back up and prepared for today's show. So anyway, we're ready to go. So we do have some stories this morning. The lead story today is Celebrity Beyond undergoes repairs in Freeport as propulsion problems persist. And as we guessed yesterday, it's azopods, another azopod issue. Also this morning, Captain Kirk named for Xcel. We'll get a little bit more complete on that story. A floating platform on Odyssey. Also today, Princess Cruise to update Premier and Premier Plus packages. Of course, that means new prices. You know what that means. Price increase. Protest forces a cruise ship to cancel a port call. Jack Shack is expanding in Grand Turk. We got some information on EU's ETIS and a weather update, and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. All right, folks, today is National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. If I was choosing ice cream flavor, I would choose other things other than vanilla, although I have nothing against vanilla. And one of the things I like is a good ice cream sundae, which of course is made with vanilla ice cream. So I have no problem at all with vanilla ice cream. This day in history, in 1827, the first swimming pool opened in Boston, Massachusetts. It featured a high diving board and very cold water. Well, it didn't really feature a high diving board, but it's cold water. If you've ever been in a swimming pool or the ocean anywhere near Boston, you've been in cold water. I can promise you that. All right, if you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for travel and cruise industry news, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. We do this on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on a regular basis. And then I monitor things on other days just in case, and I can always do an extra show should it be called for, or when I'm traveling. And yes, folks, I am not traveling right now. I have another cruise scheduled in October. I don't have anything scheduled until then. I'm going to do some driving local land kind of things, depending on when I can get away here and when my health is back where I can do it. We're still not entirely sure now. My voice feels back, although I have not pressed it this morning. But it's definitely better. But I've still got this nagging, hacking cough that comes up when I least expect it. And which is why all along we've kind of had the feeling that this was a reaction to treatments that I'm taking for breathing as opposed to actually being sick again, because I have not felt sick at all on this. It's just my voice is gone and I cough, and so it's just kind of weird. Anyway, I will be here the rest of this weekend. This weekend, as I also have some responsibilities here at the house that I got to take care of almost every day. Yesterday, I spent a good bit of the day pet sitting for Amanda. I had the president's dog for the afternoon and part of the evening last night, as Amanda had several appointments that were flipped around and rescheduled. So I took care of Danny, nice dog. All right, so let's get on with the business at hand here today. Got a couple things to go over before we get started this morning. We'll do this first. Okay, that's the lovely Jennifer. That's Pittsburgh Jason's Jennifer, looking out, enjoying the scenery. This was, I believe, might have been taken yesterday. I'm not sure where they were. I believe they were in Sitka yesterday. And of course, this is Jason and Jennifer together. And I brought that up because I used that in the background for this.
I told you it was going to go.
Glacier. Now notice, look at see the crumbling in the background of the edge of the glacier. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm gonna restart that. Watch the edge of the glacier as you see a good chunk of it crumbling.
I told you it was gonna go.
See it coming down there? Now, I don't know if that's normal. I mean, I know that, the glaciers always are dumping some ice into the water.
Oh, it looks good.
But that's quite a bit of a slide into the water there.
Look, it's turning upside down.
Now, I don't know if that's a weather change issue or not. But anyway, this is another view of course, that's one of the premier glaciers that you visit up there. And this looks like a bear on drugs. He's just sitting there. I don't know if he's got his earphones on and is dancing or what the case is. But anyway, that's from our Pittsburgh, Jason and Jennifer. Now, I will add this, folks.
I told you.
I don't want to do that again. I want to take it out on this. As usual, folks, if I can screw something up, I'm going to. So I mentioned to Jason the suggestion about doing a pizza review. And he says, bar none. He says, Norwegian's the best pizza. No, I think that's what he's going to end up saying when we actually get to talk to him about a pizza review. And he suggested one thing we might want to do, because I've used clips of her doing it before, where she's just walking along and talking about this immense amount of knowledge she has. And maybe we need to talk to Jennifer on one of our chats, because she's like a walking atlas. I mean, it's just amazing. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Okay, so let's see what else we got happening here. This is our friend Corey Lee. Curb Free with Corey Lee is on his sponsored accessible tour to Italy, and they had their first dinner together in Italy, and all of the wheelchairs survived the flights without any damage, which is amazing. So they didn't have any issues as they're starting off on their tour over there with a nice dinner. And this is Corey. He wanted to have some good pasta. Well, they're in Italy, and of course that's the best pasta you can get. This is Fraser. Fraser was in Imperial City and Hue, Vietnam. I love this picture. I just thought that was excellent of Fraser and the background. Again, I would love to go over there, except I don't want to get on an airplane to get there. And another picture from Hue. And last night I spent probably an hour on the phone with Elizabeth Ela on location. She was in Lisbon yesterday and went out and had a nice Indian dinner last night. Of course, that's right up her alley. She is vegan, which that's okay. I don't hold that against her. But she had a nice meal there, and we talked quite a bit about some possible changes coming up in her schedule ahead, which I don't know about definite, but she hopes to be home for about 6 weeks this fall, and said you got to figure out somebody to get down here while I'm home. So we'll see. So of course it's always good to catch up with Elizabeth. All right, so I'll be back, folks, with a bunch of news stories this morning. Not a whole lot, and not really major earth-shattering news, but got some stories today. After a quick break from one of those fine network sponsors. All right, so we're going to start off today, guys. A follow-up story. We started following it a couple days ago, Celebrity Beyond.
The ongoing propulsion troubles aboard Celebrity Beyond have brought the Edge-class ship to Freeport, Bahamas, where it arrived on July 21, 2025, for repairs. The vessel is now docked at Grand Bahama Shipyard, a facility jointly owned by Royal Caribbean, Celebrity's parent company, as technicians work to resolve the mechanical issues that surfaced at the end of its most recent cruise. While the extent of the repairs has not been publicly detailed, it remains unclear whether the ship's upcoming July 27 departure will be affected. Launched in 2022, Celebrity Beyond has faced sporadic technical setbacks, with this latest incident prompting renewed scrutiny of the ship's propulsion systems. Guests and travel agents alike are now awaiting updates on the status of the next scheduled sailing. Celebrity Cruises has officially named Captain Kyriakos, Kirk, Matragkas as the master of Celebrity Xcel, the highly anticipated fifth ship in the Edge-class series, set to debut in November 2025. Captain Matragkas, a veteran mariner and fan favorite among guests, has been with Celebrity Cruises since 2000. He is currently serving as captain of Celebrity Beyond and has also commanded Celebrity Reflection and other vessels within the fleet. Matragkas began his career with the cruise line as part of the launch team for Celebrity Millennium. Known not only for his leadership at sea but also for his musical talents, Captain Kirk often entertains guests with impromptu performances on drums and guitar during sailings. Nicknamed Kirk, early in his career to simplify his Greek first name, the captain brings more than 25 years of experience and charisma to the helm of Celebrity Xcel. With his appointment, Celebrity is signaling a strong and familiar presence at the bridge as the innovative new ship prepares to make its debut.
This is an update on the MSC Grandiosa cruise sailing from Port Canaveral on February 14, 2026, with stops in Nassau, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and Puerto Plata. Inside cabins start at $643 per person. Solos start at $933. Just call me 434-258-9264 and join us on MSC Grandiosa.
A groundbreaking new amenity is set to enhance the guest experience aboard Villa Vi Odyssey as the residential cruise ship explores the South Pacific later this year. Launching in fall 2025, a custom-designed inflatable platform from Aquabanas will make its debut alongside the ship, offering a versatile floating space for relaxation, socializing, water sports, and tendering operations. Designed to elevate the onboard lifestyle, the platform will be deployed at select anchored ports of call, providing guests with unique opportunities to enjoy the water in a more intimate and immersive setting. According to the cruise line, the concept could be expanded to other regions of Odyssey's global itinerary. As Villa Vi Odyssey continues its journey around the world, this new addition underscores the ship's commitment to offering innovative, resort-style experiences tailored to its full-time residents. Beginning tomorrow, July 22, 2025, Princess Cruises will roll out changes to its popular Premier and Plus packages, including price increases and updated benefits. The cruise line says the changes are in response to guest feedback and aim to provide more flexibility and value. New pricing structure. For all ships except the Sphere class, Sun Princess and Star Princess, the daily rates will be: Princess Premier Package, $100, up from $90, Princess Plus Package, $65, up from $60. For Sphere class vessels, Princess Premier Package, $105 per day. Princess Plus Package, $70 per day. Despite the increases, Princess Cruises notes that both packages still offer savings of 50% to 70% compared to purchasing included amenities individually. What's new in the packages? Premier Package enhancements. Guests will now receive a shore excursion credit based on the cruise length. Cruises 6 to 9 days, $100 credit. Cruises 10 to 20 days, $200 credit. Cruises 21 plus days, $300 credit. Plus package upgrade. Now includes 4 casual dining meals per cruise, up from 2. Perks removed. Due to low usage, both packages will no longer include premium desserts, juice bar access, medallion shipping, fitness classes, princess prizes game entries, All other existing perks will remain part of each package. The pricing update affects all bookings made on or after July 22, 2025. Princess encourages guests to book now if they wish to lock in the current rates before the changes take effect. A scheduled port call in Syros, Greece, was cancelled on July 22, 2025, after a pro-Palestinian protest erupted at the port of Hermoupoli, prompting onboard security concerns for the Israeli-owned Crown Iris cruise ship. The vessel, carrying approximately 1,600 passengers, ultimately bypassed the stop and continued its voyage to Cyprus. The Crown Iris, operated by Israel-based Mono Maritime, is currently sailing a 4-night round-trip itinerary from Haifa, Israel, with a prior stop in Rhodes on July 21. The ship had arrived at Syros on schedule for a noon docking but was met by several hundred demonstrators gathered at the port in protest. Initially, cruise officials informed passengers of a delay in disembarkation. However, as the protest escalated, guests were advised to remain inside and avoid outdoor decks for safety. The port call was eventually cancelled altogether. The demonstration and sudden itinerary change were particularly disappointing for travelers hoping to explore Syros, a Cycladic island known for its stunning neoclassical architecture and rich cultural heritage. Local reports suggest the protest was peaceful but posed logistical and security concerns significant enough to alter the ship's schedule. No injuries were reported. Crown Iris is the only cruise ship operated by Mono Maritime, a company primarily focused on cargo shipping. The vessel, originally launched in 1992, has previously sailed under various cruise brands before being acquired by Mono in 2018.
Are you planning on a trip to the land of the rising sun in the near future? Scootaround, powered by Will, is excited to announce that we now have mobility scooters and electric wheelchairs available for rent in select locations across Japan, including major tourist destinations like Tokyo. You can book online today or call Scootaround at 888-441-7575, use SRN 11137, or call me at 434-258-9264 for a mobility scooter or power wheelchair in Japan.
Jack's Shack, one of Grand Turk's most beloved beachside hangouts for cruise visitors, is getting a major upgrade. The iconic venue, known for its laid-back atmosphere, beachside cocktails, and legendary jerk chicken, has begun expanding its footprint to welcome even more guests. While a full timeline and detailed scope of the expansion have not yet been released, Jack's Shack recently shared photos revealing a larger deck area with sweeping ocean views. The new space is expected to offer additional seating and improve the overall guest experience, without compromising the casual, come-as-you-are charm that has made the spot a must-visit for years. Despite the growing footprint, the owners have emphasized their commitment to maintaining the signature beach bar vibe that keeps cruisers coming back for more. Whether it's conch fritters and rum punch or dancing barefoot in the sand, Jack's Shack remains focused on delivering the same authentic island energy. Located just a short walk from the Grand Turk Cruise Center, Jack's Shack is often the first stop for visitors looking to soak up the local flavor after stepping off the ship. With this expansion underway, even more cruisers will have the chance to experience one of Grand Turk's best-loved beach bars, now with a little more elbow room. The European Commission is considering a proposal that would require international visitors from visa-exempt countries to pay 3 times the current fee to enter the European Union as of 2026. Travelers will likely be required to pay a fee of $24. The current cost of entering the European Union is $8. The ETIAS fee will apply to non-EU nationals from visa-free countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, and others. A trough of low pressure near the southeastern U.S. coast is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Over the next day or two, this system is forecast to move west-southwestward into the north-central portion of the Gulf where some slow development is possible. By this weekend, the system is likely to move inland, ending its chances for development. Regardless of tropical cyclone formation, locally heavy rainfall is possible for portions of Florida over the next day or so, and for the northern Gulf Coast through this weekend. Formation chance through 48 hours, 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, 10%.
Are you heading to Las Vegas this summer or fall? Book a mobility scooter or wheelchair rental by August 31st and get discounts in advance. You can call Scoot Around at 888-441-7575 or reserve online and explore the Vegas Strip with ease. Las Vegas mobility rentals are 15% off until August 31st. Call Scoot Around 888-441-7575 or contact me at 434-258-9264. All right, that puts an end to the news portion of today's show. Well, I made it through the whole show without coughing until just then. All right, let's jump over in the chat room and see who's with us today. There, Mike's the first one in the house this morning. Good morning, Mike. Hot Air Tom's here. There's Sunny down in Mississippi. Of course, everybody's speaking back and forth. Chillie's Cruise, everything is fine on our end. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Hot Air Tom. So I guess your butt is no longer sore from your tumble down the stairs. Amy's with us. Says, howdy, y'all. Good morning, Amy. Chillie's loopy. This is going to be fun. Yeah, well, I'm just punching buttons now, Sonny. As you could tell, I'm using my AI with the stories today, which is saving my voice. So I may continue that for a while. It was also, I'm probably getting ready for the show this morning. I took an hour less than normal. With the AI taping, the same amount of time goes into rewriting or writing the story, which as the case may be. But then the taping of the story for use on the show is much quicker doing it the way I'm doing it now. And like I was done at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm not used to that. So anyway, I like it, and I'm learning as well. And no, folks, this is not AI driven news. This is simply that I'm using AI to tape the stories and not using my voice and putting the additional strain on it. They're not writing stuff. I'm doing all the things I've always done as far as my research and so forth. Roger's with us from down in Jacksonville. Hello, Roger. I thought I misheard Chillie say he was loopy after self as in. Yeah, well, I was I took a little medicine this morning, and yes, I'm a little loopy. I will go no further and admit nothing else publicly. Remember, folks, I can't take a lot of the meds that I've always taken because of these stupid blood thinners that I'm on. I don't like it, and I'd like to get off it, but we'll see. All right, so self-administered dental treatment. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I did. Only, I'm not pulling my tooth or trying to, refill cavities or whatever the hell happened that half the tooth fell away. However, I can't take pain meds. I can't take. I've always been an ibuprofen guy. Can't take that with the blood thinner. So I'm self-medicating. Which may or may not involve John up in Minnesota. What can I say? Gary Older than Dirt's with us. Good morning, Gary. Joanne says, hi, y'all. Well, Miss Friday. Oh, no. Having a cardiac procedure. Uh-oh. Well, Joanne will certainly be thinking about you and keep us posted on what's happening. And if you're, I'll tell you, like they tell me when I have to go do a procedure, behave. It's not a very good idea to misbehave in the hospital. I know, I can tell you that from years of experience. We will be thinking about you, Joanne. Hope all goes well. Sonny says the same thing. Sonny says, sounds scary. Yeah. Ablation for atrial fib, not fun. Yes, I know a lot about that. That's what I'm learning about. You're probably on blood thinners too, huh? So, but yeah, my problem is, folks, I mean, a lot of people have used Tylenol and the down the line products from Tylenol. That has always been nothing for me. I always did well with ibuprofen gel caps. That was my go-to medication for everything. Aches, pains, anything. Jamin's with us. Good morning, James. Oh, do the Allianz annual travel policies you promote exclude health pre-existing conditions? We are traveling a lot internationally over the next year. I want better medical evacuation coverages. I can tell you this: it accepts my pre-existing conditions. If something goes wrong, on one of my trips, I'm covered. But if you have a specific question in mind, I would certainly contact Allianz and ask them specifically for you and find out. But I know that, yeah, with all my issues, I'm covered. So, which is why I use it. I use Allianz over anything else. For years, I used another company. And when I found out the differences, I switched to Allianz. And I've been with them now for 7 years, 8 years, I guess. There's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I certainly hope you're behaving. Of course, it's the middle of the week. You don't have a whole hell of a lot of choice. Todd's with us. Of course, she'll misbehave on the weekend. Todd's with us. Good morning, Todd. Sonny said, Sonny says, Joanne, I had to look that one up. I'd never heard of it. Doesn't sound fun. Are you put to sleep? Sonny says, yes, general anesthesia. I had one in 2021. The heart then healed itself and AFib came back. So another one is to be done. Yeah, well, that's always the hard part, Joanne, is when it comes back. That was like my cancer. The first 6 months after I went through the 8 months after I went through the hard chemo, I was fine. I got back, got all my hair back. I was feeling good. And then all of a sudden I get hit with a 2x4 and the damn cancer's back all over my body. That's when they, put me on Zytiga, which is the $13,000 a month medication. Yeah, but the coming back sucks when it happens. But anyway, Joanne, just know that we'll all be thinking about you and saying some prayers and you'll be in our thoughts come Friday. Bob's here. Good morning, Bob. Have a great day, Chillie. Thank you very much. Where has he gone? Back now. Yeah, that was, I just cut myself completely out and then had to struggle around to get myself back. That was, Mike, that was from my loopiness. I just cut the damn thing off. Kenneth's with us up in Pennsylvania. Hey, Kenneth. How you doing? I haven't given Tom a hard time today. Hi. Kenneth says, Tom, how's the weather up there? Warm, finally too hot in Virginia. It was cooler in Florida than here. Yeah, and it's kind of muggy here too. That's then I haven't been able to go outside, and I'm about ready now to say the hell with this and go out and get in the sun some. I'm sitting here at home instead of traveling. I might as well get out and get some sun. Kenneth says it's been beautiful some days, low 70s. Tomorrow 92 to 95. Today 85. Haven't had rain in a while. Yeah, we've had plenty of rain here. We're getting the afternoon thunderstorms like crazy. I wish the weather was like yesterday when we went to Europe. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Next time we go to Europe, we have to do the warmer one. I agree. And I have advised people, don't go to London and Paris in January. Yeah, no, that's just not the right time to go. We will be in Reykjavik in 3 weeks, hoping it's not too chilly. You've got a better chance of having really nice weather now than we did in January and February. I'll tell you that. Regarding the AI, no bad words when the mouth does not operate correctly. It takes a number of takes sometimes. I had one story that I wasn't pleased with the way it came out. Excuse me, and I had to do a slight little edit and retake. But the thing is how quickly it's done, and it's just. I'm sorry, folks. I know a lot of people have a lot of things against artificial intelligence. And I did until I started playing with it. And my goodness, it makes my life easier. Editing a story. Unbelievable. I'll spend immense amount of time going over what I've written and correcting it. Whether it's correcting spelling or correcting grammar or correcting any number of things. And AI can do that. It's literally in seconds, which would take me multiple minutes to do. So you start adding that up, it can save you a lot of time. I'm finding, look, folks, I'm getting old. And I'm finding anything I can do to make my life easier is definitely something I'm interested in. And this is something that is definitely making my life easier. As long as I'm not prostituting myself, then I don't, at this point at least, I don't feel bad about the way I'm using it. So now I'm not screwing anybody because I wasn't paying somebody to do the story. I'm using it for myself. Joanne thanks us. Best wishes from Hot Air Tom. Joanne says thanks all. Okay, so we'll all keep you in our thoughts, my dear. And I hope all goes well with the heart procedure coming up. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. As always, folks, please smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything. Take this as my invitation and join us on a regular basis. Again, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And any other day, if something demands it, we'll do a show in a heartbeat. I can throw a show up now relatively quickly if we need to cover something that just happened. So, all right, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully, one day soon, we'll all get together on the high seas. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see everybody back here except Joanne on Friday. And keep Joanne in your thoughts on Friday. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you next time. This is the old fat guy. Have a wonderful day.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.